If you can't even clean up your own room, who are you to give advice to the world? If you want to change the world, start with yourself and work outward, because you build your competence that way. This is a quote by Dr. Jordan Peterson in his 2017 podcast that he does with Joe Rogan. In this podcast, he continues by saying that famous psychologist Carl Jung, as well as most Buddhist doctrines, agree that at the highest level of psychological integration, there is no difference between yourself and your immediate environment, which you should always treat as an immediate extension of yourself. He also explains that technology has left us with all-time rates of carelessness and ignorance to our environment and others, which has ultimately led to significant increases in anxiety and depression. So my intention today is to motivate you to clean up a space in your life which might be compromising your health mentally or physically, as well as inform you on how to make this place immaculate and better, and inform you on why cleaning is both crucial and empowering. So beside the obvious, how exactly does reorganizing our lives benefit us? Well, according to a 2019 Medic Alert Foundation article entitled Inside the Tidying Phenomenon, Why Decluttering is So Good for You, they explain that by decluttering our environment, this shows that we care for ourselves, as well as separately offers a deep sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Having tidy spaces in our home lets our brains relax mentally and physically to the optimal degree, as well as improves concentration, efficiency, mood, happiness, and our relationships. The Medical Alert Foundation also provided data evidence that explains that, especially for women, people that report having an unorganized home are highly correlated with an array of health conditions. So in a very similar way, we are very much impeded by being disorganized. Cherie Carter, in 2012, her article entitled Why Mess Causes Stress, 8 Remedies, she explains that clutter makes it more difficult for us to prioritize, focus, and relax physically and mentally, creates feelings of endless work, guilt, and embarrassment, inhibits creativity and productivity, as well as perpetuates frustration, anxiety, and depression. So, how can you begin to clean your room today? Well, Carter goes on to suggest that in order to do this, you should start putting things back immediately after you finish with them. Focus on just one project at a time without any distractions, including cell phones. Ask for help or company to make things more fun. Don't allow papers to pile up around your house. Clean software interfaces and web platforms. That's one that a lot of people don't think about. Donate or sell any unwanted or unnecessary items, because why would you then have them? Designate spaces categorically while you're going through and reorganizing them. Attack mental clutter as well. And finally, try to have fun while doing so. So if you've done this, you've cleaned your space, it looks clean, great, it's awesome, are we done? Of course not. So, in his 2018 speech for Wisdom Talks, Jordan Peterson explains that people tend to shy away from things that are beautiful because in a very unique way they have the contrast to highlight what is ugly within and around us. Our role with art is really to articulate the meaning of what is unknown at its most basic level. So in this way, art is an invitation to transcendence, according to Dr. Peterson. He explains that because we psychologically look at the world as a way from getting from point A to point B, when we decide to design our environment to our specific aesthetic preference, we then are actually creating an ideal vessel to get from point A to point B, whatever that initiative might be. So, actually at the same time, you're also on psychological levels making strides to expand your personal potential for anything that you may be wanting to do. So hopefully today I have informed you more on why exactly the act of organization is advantageous not only for your efficiency but for your health too. How further tailoring our environment to reflect beauty tends to repay in unmeasurable ways in other elements of our life. You can actually greatly influence your mental and physical well-being and then redefine your potential by following the steps I've given you today, and you never actually have to stop. Finally, in 2007 interview with Transliminal Media, Jordan Peterson quotes, "You start small. Your room is an externalization of your mind. To the degree that you are in the room is you. Straighten up what you can straighten up and stop saying things that make you feel weak. Then you'll know what to do next."